Today, let's take a look at a really nice 380 pistol, the Zenith MC14. If you go by firearm sales statistics, you'll discover that pistols chambered in 380 ACP are still one of the most popular self-defense pistols sold. A lot of the 380's appeal comes from the fact that most 380's you see on today's market are relatively inexpensive, lightweight, and small enough to slip into your coat or pants pocket. However, due to today's 380 market trend towards smallness, many of the desirable features that 380s once shared with larger caliber pistols have been sacrificed. Features such as a single action, double action capability, an exposed hammer, and some sort of manual safety. What's also gone by the wayside with a lot of 380s is reliability, accuracy, and most of all, round capacity. Most modern 380s have sacrificed some of these desirable features for the sake of having a smaller size. Nearly all have standard capacities limited to 6 or 7 rounds. Most have less than adequate sights, and others don't even have slides that lock back after the last round's been fired. Personally, I've never been willing to accept any of these compromises when it comes to 380 caliber self-defense pistols. And that brings us back to today's review. Both Zenith and Chiappa import this pistol for sale here in the U.S. The MC14 does have some obvious similarities to another classic 380, the Beretta Model 84F. Make no mistake, the Beretta 84F is certainly a high-quality, no-compromises 380. The Beretta's only drawback is that when compared to other 380s, its selling price is painfully expensive. The MC14's price tag comes in about half that of the Beretta. I don't know about you, but a $350 price tag for a high-capacity 380 this well made certainly got my attention. The MC14 does share all the same qualities and features that made the Beretta 84F one of the best high-capacity 380s to ever hit the market. Even though there are certain takedown and control similarities to the Beretta, the slide arrangement and barrel on the MC14 is quite different. The MC14 utilizes a firing system identical to the renowned FN Browning BDA, and that probably accounts for why it looks very similar to the discontinued Browning BDA. The design is sort of the best of both worlds. If a Beretta 84F and a Browning BDA got together and had a baby, the MC14 is what you'd get. The MC14 uses the same 13-round double-stack magazines as the Beretta 84F. That's almost double the capacity of the majority of 380 semi-autos on the market today. The 3 magazines that came with this pistol do have a nice pinky finger rest built into the magazine floor plate. Other than that, Beretta Cheetah or Model 84F magazines are interchangeable. Since the Browning BDA uses the exact same double-stack 10 and 13 round magazines as the Beretta, magazines for the BDA are also interchangeable. Finding additional magazines for the MC14 certainly won't be difficult, but they will lack the pinky finger rest. Beretta Model 84 grips also fit the MC14. Since I happen to like the way rosewood looks on handguns with a stainless finish, this one got a new set of grips. There's nothing wrong with the factory grips. This is just a personal preference thing. Due to having an alloy frame, the MC14 weighs in at a mere 24.5 ounces. The slide's width measured out at exactly 3/4 of an inch, making the profile narrower than a lot of subcompacts on the market. Seeing that it's lightweight and has a narrow profile makes it a natural for inside the waistband carry. Any holster made to fit the Browning BDA will also work perfectly with this MC14. Even by modern 380 caliber standards, the MC14 is by no means a big gun. Let's compare its actual size to one of my other compact 380 favorites, the Bersa Thunder Plus. You can see by this side-by-side comparison that, size-wise, they're almost identical. The Bersa utilizes a slide-mounted right-hand only safety with a decocking feature. The MC14 has a frame-mounted ambi safety that a lot of people prefer over a slide-mounted safety. I, for one, happen to really like frame-mounted safeties. Having an ambidextrous safety should appeal to most left-handed shooters to begin with, but then add a reversible magazine release, like the MC14 comes with, and you have a tailor-made self-defense pistol that a lefty can actually use. The magazine release is easy to access and the empty mag drops cleanly. On the reload, the slide release, which is oversized by 380 standards, makes it easier to thumb down and chamber the first round. The slide release and thumb safety are also in closer proximity to the grips than most handguns this size, so there is less of a reach for people with smaller hands. The MC14 comes in two finishes, a stainless finish like this one or a black duty finish. Apparently, Chiappa only imports the ones with a duty finish. If you like this stainless look, you'll have to get the model imported by Zenith. Overall, the MC14 has a very clean exterior with a nicely melded slide and frame contours, and enough grip size to actually get a decent hand purchase, which for me makes the MC14 actually shootable. You know, for the life of me, I cannot take one of those tiny polymer subcompacts and hit the broadside of a barn, and that's while standing inside the barn with the doors closed. The trigger guard is squared off like later versions of the Beretta Cheetah. The sights are 3-dot style and easy to acquire. The hammer is knurled and easy to thumb cock if you want the first round to leave in single action mode. If you prefer a double action start, you can always go ahead, chamber a round, lower the hammer, and insert a fully loaded 13-round magazine, and have a full 14 rounds ready to go. Should you ever have to deploy a 380, it's nice to know that there's more than enough firepower at your disposal to handle almost any situation, and I prefer having that level of confidence. If you're not truly comfortable with having only 6 or 7 rounds in your micro 380 whatever, you can always get yourself a manageable 380 like this MC14. Anyway, those are my thoughts on the MC14. So until next time, practice often, shoot straight, and thanks for stopping by.